everyone, it's Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we have to do a little bit of a first look for this new hero that seems to be for this week's banner. We have the Frostfox Chimera, Lynx. Alright, this did pop up in game. We were notified as content creators that this character has been added to the test server as well. However, it's also just in the game now, so I'm going to look at it directly in the game. I'm not on the test server at the moment. But yeah, the good news is she's on the test server, so hopefully you guys will get to see some different content creator videos this week with people taking a look at her and seeing how she actually performs. Northerner Lynx, legendary Marksman Piercer. Lynx wields powerful frost magic and extraordinary archery prowess. The self-appointed guardian of the North Tundra, she exhibits both wit and vigilance, courage and determination. Her attacks inflict Winter's Bite and freeze effects upon her enemies. This isn't the first time we've seen Winter's Bite. Is that the same thing that it's called for Ymerit? Why does that feel familiar? I have to go look now. But anyway, yes, so Lynx. First of all, aesthetics. She's a cute little fox. Lynx. We have some okay armor. Nothing crazy for the aesthetics. I like it though. I mean, I like the bow. The bow's really badass and I like her eyes. There's like this pearlescence about this pink and purple glowing eye. It's pretty cute. Or eyes. The eyes. But you know what's the thing I think that takes away from me is like fur and hair are so hard to get fancy and natural in these games that are developed by Unity, especially in mobile. The pixel counts are limited, I think you'd call it. Or there's a different term for that too. But yeah, poly counts are limited. The poly counts. And it's not like super hyper realistic. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the design falls a little flat for me, but I think she's really pretty and I really like the eyes and face, and it's a cute character that I think especially will appeal to females at the very least. All right, so let's look deeper. A single target attack, hard control. So the typical range of, I guess more like a mage, not a marksman. Does that improve when she is max level? Yes, it does. Okay, so this is one of the, when fully promoted and leveled here, you get the extended range. 3,700 attack, 12 cost, 2-second attack interval. That's solid. All right, that's a good start. Good start. So a Northerner mage. So this is going to be great for anyone struggling, or sorry, marksman, but anyone struggling to complete the faction wars. I know you need mages, but maybe the higher levels will not have that requirement or it'll be different. But either way, having control in Northerner Faction Wars is huge and necessary to slow things down. So she's definitely going to come in handy there. We already know that. All right, let's actually read these talents and skills. Talent, each basic attack has a 30% chance to inflict 1 stack of Winter's Bite. The trigger chance increases by an extra 30% against airborne units. Deals 30% increased damage to enemies inflicted with Winter's Bite or Freeze. Interesting. So reducing movement speed. Now, Freeze is the actual control effect. So I wonder if like the guild bosses can get this Winter's Bite. Oh, that's something to take a look. If we could actually inflict this debuff on the guild boss, the Drake's Chasm, or whatever it may be, or the Titanic Ruins boss, what a Samra, whatever. Even if we technically can't adjust its movement speed or freeze it, think about Mari and putting a slow. You can put the slow. This debuff can cause more damage, right? So if the enemy is inflicted with this thing, 30% increased damage. So maybe this can work like Mari's slow, where you can inflict slow on the target, even if they're not someone who can be slowed, but because that slow is there, she'll land her other debuffs, or in this case, Lynx would do extra damage. So that's something to certainly test and see if that works for other enemies that cannot technically be controlled, but we can benefit from the damage increase. I'm just going to cut in here and show trying to use, well, Ymerit here against the boss. And yes, you see that Winter's Bite debuff is landing. So I just wanted to confirm the quick test along with this first look. I didn't even have to go on the test server for that one. Luckily, my free-to-play account has Ymerit, and I'm able to see that that debuff can land, at least on Nightmare 2 of the Drake's Chasm. So this is just a quick test here. Does the Abyss boss have extra resistances? I'm not sure, but you can see that little snowflake popping up there, confirming that Winter's Bite can indeed land. And just to confirm, that really is Winter's Bite, not just the normal freeze. All right, physical attack basic. Deals damage to one enemy one time, prioritizing airborne units. That's good, like most marksmen do. The ultimate here, Frozen Rain, deals 400% damage to up to 8 enemies in range, increases the damage multiplier by 200% against enemies inflicted with Winter's Bite or Freeze. Meanwhile, creates a frozen domain with a radius of 2 tiles ahead, which is every 2 seconds inflicts 1 stack of Winter's Bite on up to 8 nearby enemies for 3 seconds. And I'm totally going to change my layout to be like my free-to-play account one, so I can not always be blocking stuff with our heads. Frozen domain every 2 seconds inflicts Winter's Bite. So her kit seems like she's pretty consistently going to put up Winter's Bite, which will definitely synergize well if there's other heroes that have a similar skill. I really feel like that's, I have to look, that sounds like the same name as something else. I think Ymerit, but maybe I'm remembering wrong. I have Ymerit on the free-to-play account, but not on the main. Okay, so this is an actual hit, like deals damage to up to 8 enemies in range, increases damage multiplier, blah, blah. So this would be one of those heroes that does benefit more from like a Soulbound Arcana versus an Infernal Roar for the classic examples. All right, Ice Boring Arrow. Basic attack has a 30% chance to trigger 2 Ice Borers. When hitting enemies inflicted with Winter's Bite, the trigger chance increases with Winter Bite stacks. If the target also is inflicted with Freeze, the chance increases to 100%. Ice Borer deals 100% damage to 1 random enemy within 2 tiles. Damage multiplier against airborne units increases by 50%. I like it. So this hero is just going to be really fun to synergize with some of the other Northerners and the cultists. Think about Morrigan as a lord, Demi as a lord. When people are under control effects, you know, like having Morrigan plus Mari, Morrigan plus Lynx, even if they're not in the same faction, they're still going to synergize really well together. Ymerit also freezes. Like, people that also freeze. I guess, hell, even, Brokir is a Northerner that freezes. We have lots of that now. Glacius. And they're definitely going to be adding some good synergy, and that will, again, definitely synergize with the cultist faction as well. Having heroes put under control will help those cultist heroes do more damage too. So those are 2 factions that work really well together. And then her final passive here, it's an auto-activated. Every 12 seconds, the next basic attack will instead deal 160% damage to 3 enemies in range and inflict 1 stack of Winter's Bite. So instead of just a basic attack, every 12 seconds, the basic attack just does more damage. Okay, so let's dive into the Awakenings, and then I will read the lore like always. So the Awakening 1, Ice Borer has a 60% chance to inflict 1 stack of Winter's Bite on enemies. That's really good. So yeah, basic attacks be crazy with Winter's Bite always on the heroes, the enemies, when possible. All right, attack plus 300, Awaken 2. Awaken 3, Ice Borer can also trigger Ice Boring Arrows to generate Ice Borer up to 1 time. So does Ice Borer can trigger Ice Borer? What? Wait. I I don't know. Alright. Rage Regen attack +2. And then Awaken 5. Deals 600. Wait. After using Frozen Rain, immediately triggers Frost Shatter 1 time. So the Frost Shatter was this? No, this one. So after using this, wow, okay. Interesting. Definitely sounds like some really great damage potential. Synergizing very well with just, I mean, she seems like her alone is going to keep up Winter's Bite and lots of freezes herself, right? But of course, if there's someone else in the team that does that, even better. So let me go take a look there. I do want to confirm or deny. I could have Winter's Bite. Okay, I'm not crazy. So Ymerit, Winter's Bite. If you have one Ymerit, but you never got a chance to get a Nora, maybe this is their way of helping people to have more love for a pretty amazing, interesting hero, actually. I love Ymerit. He is so much fun on my free-to-play account, but he might feel a little bit niche. But with adding in another hero that synergizes with Freeze and Winter's Bite, those two together are going to be an amazing powerhouse. So I think that is just worth mentioning to keep in mind if you do have that hero, but you maybe, again, you never got a Nora, so you feel like he's meh. Maybe she'll make him better. I like her. She seems fun. I love when they encourage synergies between like landing debuffs that everyone, like I guess it's kind of what all the factions are all about, but that's more like the cultist faction. But now we have a reason to use some more Northerners together, so I like it. All right, let's go on to the lore, the story. Prince in the Snow. In the far northeastern realms of Taya, the ethereal kitsune are revered as mystical guardians. These fox spirits capable of assuming human form possess both wisdom and elemental magic. Each kitsune is gifted with a unique affinity, and their playful nature often belies their formidable power. Lynx, a kitsune of remarkable prowess, is among the most extraordinary of her kind. Lynx, the true name is whispered in ancient tongues, is intimately tied to the frost magic that courses through the northern wilderness. A lone tale marks her as a juvenile, while elders of her kind adorn many more. Her snowy white fur and piercing blue eyes reflect the icy landscapes she calls home. Like many of her kin, Lynx relishes trickery and merriment, but also possesses a somber determination rooted in the harsh realities of her frozen domain. In her human guise, Lynx is a striking figure, wielding a bow of frost-forged silverwood. Her arrows, tipped with enchanted ice, never miss their mark and freeze any target they strike. The icy realms of Taya, under the rule of King Hars, have long been a land of serene beauty and resilient people. However, its tranquility has been disturbed in recent years as vast regions of Taya have fallen into turmoil, with dark echoes reverberating northward. As the northern lights have dimmed under the pall of uncertainty, Lynx has emerged as a stalwart defender. The playful nature that once defined her made room for a profound sense of duty. Answering the silent call of the North Throne, Lynx has revealed herself to King Hars, offering her service. The alliance between Lynx and King Hars has brought hope to the beleaguered North. With her mastery of frost magic and expert marksmanship, she's become a harbinger of resistance. Over the years, she's led daring raids against enemy forces, her icy arrows sowing chaos among their ranks. Her wisdom and cunning inherited from her kitsune lineage prove invaluable in outmaneuvering dark schemes against her homeland. She roams the north to this day, her paw prints a sight for sore eyes to any who find themselves devoid of hope within the tundra. They know a guardian treads close, silently watching. They know the Frostfox Chimera will not let them perish in the cold.